The 2025 Toyota Grand Highlander Hybrid MAX Platinum is one of the most luxurious three-row family SUVs that is on offer from Toyota. And I've been able to spend an entire week with it. And while my small family of three doesn't necessarily need all that room, I have absolutely appreciated all the extra leg room and all the extra things that I could do with a Grand Highlander of this size. So I'm gonna tell you absolutely everything you need to know about it, and you can let me know at the end of the video if it's worth its $67,000 price tag. I'm James, this is PRN Test Drive. Let's get into it.
So taking a look under the hood for our really big Toyota Grand Highlander, it is of course the hybrid engine. So we have a 2.4 liter turbocharged 4-cylinder hybrid max powertrain with a horsepower capacity of 362 horsepower and 400 pound-feet of torque. As for transmission, it is a 6-speed automatic transmission with paddle shifters, of course, but honestly, I'd never found myself using them. And it also can tow up to 5,000 pounds, so not that bad. Obviously, you have the Toyota reliability, and you also have, a pretty decent amount of speed from a pretty big three-row SUV.
All right, on the road now, 2025 Toyota Grand Highlander Platinum Limited full beams. Whatever sentence you need to use to tell you that this is a fully loaded Toyota Grand Highlander. And oh my goodness, it has been such an easy week and almost a luxurious week as well, because it's just so simple to hop in and put my daughter in this vehicle and just go and do all of the family activities. We had Halloween. It was disgusting out. It's currently still disgusting out right now. So apologies for the rain noise that you may or may not hear as I speed up. But yeah, can't control the weather, and it's going to be like this for a while here in Quebec. It's going to rain for quite a bit. So again, Toyota Highlander, been absolutely no problem. I think I can drive this thing into any weather. It does have a sport mode, and it is surprisingly fast. I'll give it a little bit of a rip here because it is raining. We want to be safe. So yeah, I mean, my goodness, when I did that for the first time, I was so pleasantly surprised by, first of all, how much torque and how much speed it had. And the engine doesn't seem like, or isn't making like the noises that a typical Toyota engine makes whenever I rev it. It doesn't sound like it hates itself or me for making it go that fast. It actually seems like it kind of wants to go that fast. And honestly, I was shocked. And I think the speed of this thing might actually be class leading, or at least the sense of speed and the way that it deploys its power is smooth yet aggressive at the same time. And for a vehicle of its size, is actually really, really impressive. To kind of understand what I'm talking about, you do have to test drive it yourself, because obviously me flooring it and you seeing it from like a GoPro angle or a phone angle really isn't going to do it for you. You really have to go out and try it, because this hybrid engine can go. Ride quality has been perfectly fine. I really don't feel the big bumps here in the Quebec roads. Handling has been okay. It does kind of feel like it rides almost like a minivan, but the way it handles is that of like maybe a smaller SUV. I've been able to mall crawl in this thing, do my grocery runs, you name it. I can get it done in the Grand Highlander, because again, I've got all the space I could ever want or need, and it does, really get around parking lots very, very well. Back roads, it gets along them very well. You're not going to go around a track with it. That's not the selling point here for the Grand Highlander. It's convenience, convenience, convenience. And look, the steering, I really have no problem with it. It obviously stiffens up a bit in sport mode and stuff like that. And obviously we have a mud and sand mode. We also have a rock mode. You have an eco mode and just a full snow mode. So like I said, you're really, really prepared for anything that you need to do, any weather condition, and really any condition in general. So that's why I say, if it was to start snowing right now, I'm probably fine, other than the fact that I don't have winter tires on. Visibility is very good. I do have that digital rear view camera, which is a luxurious item that I do enjoy to have. I've got a heads-up display as well, and I've got 2 big side view mirrors, so really no issues seeing the traffic around me this week. Very, very simple. Again, I've got a really good 360-degree camera here, where it actually like gives you like a ghost car, and you can see what the wheels are doing and stuff. It's very detailed and very, very high quality, and not something you see on every high-end vehicle nowadays. So really, really good that they've made changes into the the software that runs the cameras and stuff like that to be able to do the ghost car thing. Sometimes that's something you only see on off-road machines. but it's nice to see it on a family 3-row SUV here. I do also have paddle shifters, but honestly, I haven't ever used them once, and I don't really see a situation in which I'd ever want to or need to use them. It's just a simple transmission. It's a hybrid vehicle. The whole goal of this thing is to save me money at the pump, so using the paddle shifters just, to me, is pointless. But if they are there and you find yourself needing to control your gears for whatever reason, well, the option is absolutely there, and I won't hate that it's there either. So in terms of the driving, very good. Absolutely no complaints. It drives like a 3-row SUV. It's good to mall crawl, good handling, really good ride quality, really no complaints, or hard to think of something to complain about. But that's not really where it shines. Obviously, it has to be a road trip warrior, and it is. It has to have good lane keep assist and everything like that. It does. It ticks all the boxes of, having a family-sized trip, road trip, or even just a trip to the grocery store. Anything you need to do, it's going to get you there in comfort and in a little bit of style too. But what this thing really is going to shine, and I think what's going to sell is the features and just the overall convenience of it. So let's talk about the interior. Now, you can get this interior in a black color, but I have it in this really, really nice kind of baseball glove beige or like a dark brown color. Very, very nice. I love the detail. I kind of like how they have like almost like a rose gold or like a bronze accent. There's like plastic accents. Looks really, really good. Looks way better than the black trim, and it just looks upscale. It looks like something that maybe Lexus might do, and I really, really appreciate the design of the seats and stuff like that. My driver's seat is power adjustable, so is the passenger. Heated and ventilated seats for the driver and the passenger, as well as heated steering. Very good. No complaints when it comes to seat comfort. Feels very good. I've been able to last my entire duration of all my commutes in here with no complaints. You do have a digital gauge cluster, which is very cool. You can change the themes and stuff like that, and you can also change what shows on the left and right gauge, so you can have different pages and different kind of settings, for different pieces of information. So whatever you find yourself situational wise in, you can switch your gauge cluster theme and kind of customize it to make it your own to match any situation. I think that's really cool. And it also has the feature to show you what your battery's at. Of course, it'll show you your fuel economy. Currently, I am sitting around 9.9 liters per 100 kilometers, and I've done about 400 kilometers this week. That is probably on the high side for the Highlander, but for you and normal use, like the people that are interested in buying this, I think that you can get that down. I think that, I have to idle this thing. It's cold out. I'm idling it to film it and stuff like that. So that's definitely taking away from a lot of the efficiency that you'd see if you just drove it normally. I think it could get down into the 8s, maybe the 8.5, and that is really, really good for a heavier 3-row SUV. In terms of infotainment display, it is quite big, which I do enjoy, but it is not complicated. Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, very simple. There's nothing like crazy going on. It's plug and play. It's got a built-in map, and it's just plug and play, or turn the car on and drive. So for people that are not, technically, sound, or you're not good with technology, you really don't have to worry too much about that, other than the system continuously just changing your settings with no warning at all, and for honestly no reason at all. For the HVAC controls, all buttons. It's tri-zone automatic climate control because we do have a rear one in the back, but it's all physical buttons. Even my heated seat and ventilated seat is physical buttons, so I love it. If you know how an HVAC system works, you press it and you're good to go. And of course, you can control the rear from up here as well. You've got a little power button down here. You've got the view button for the 360-degree camera. Obviously, I can't turn it on when I'm driving, but it is high quality. I've got a USB-C port for just the passenger phone, and then the USB-C port that will connect you to your Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. Wireless charging pad, a good amount of storage up front here, even in the center console here as well. You do have this little dial to change through your drive modes. Very cool. Feels very high quality as well. You kind of have this own kind of your own kind of drive mode situation going on here. It's very, very ergonomic. I like the just be able to reach down here. The passenger also gets an additional USB-C port for them as well, so they have easy access to charging or device connection literally all over the vehicle. In terms of the back seat, start with the third row. I fit in there, but not well. I do think it's more suited to kids, but an adult could squeeze themselves back there, fairly easy if you needed to. Second row captain's chair, it's the only way that this Grand Highlander trim comes in. and it also has the heated and ventilated captain's chairs, which is very, very nice. And of course, your climate controls are back there. USB-C ports back there as well. There's 4 back there, 2 for the captain's chairs row and 2 for the third row. The only thing I didn't like about the rear is that the captain's chairs weren't power operated. I feel like at $67,000, you kind of approach that time where it's like, okay, things need to be a little bit more convenient than that, but that's really my only complaint. Other than that, it's comfortable, fits my daughter no problem. Same thing with the trunk space. If you fold that third row down, you're gonna have a ton of space, but even without it, I really have had a ton of space with that third row up. So overall, I'm just happy with this interior. Just would like to see a little bit more power operation in the rear, just to make me feel like I'm getting a bit more value. I know they have to keep some things for the Lexus brand, and they can't put all the nice luxury stuff in Toyota, because if you want even more luxury and kind of the Toyota personality, well, you got to get a Lexus. And I get that, but I think still $67,000, I think you could buy yourself some power operated captain's chairs. Now, last but not least, the Toyota Grand Highlander does have like an attention monitoring system, so it's constantly tracking your eyes, and if you're spending too much time looking at the infotainment display, it'll kind of beep and warn you. And I do think that it's cool. It's a feature that's kind of gone off randomly because I've been blocking the sensor, so it'll be like, hey, I can't see it. But there's been one time where it just straight up told me, sit up. They just said sit up, period. I wish I had video of it, but I haven't been able to make it do that to me again. And I was like, my God, this car's got a little bit of lip, but you know what? I like that. It's making sure you're focused on the road at all times, and it is a quite interesting feature and could be a really good safety feature if you're somebody that's prone to not paying attention when you're on the road. We do have a ton of those here in Quebec. All right, so quickly, I wanted to show you a little bit of the exterior for the Toyota Grand Highlander, because while it's not the most flashy vehicle on the market right now, it is quite simple and quite effective. I really do like this front end. The daytime running LEDs are very nice. It's got 360-degree cameras, parking sensors, and a suite of safety features that are sometimes a little bit on the aggressive side, but I do appreciate having them. We also do have nice fog lights, and the front grille looks kind of aggressive. Honestly, if people see this thing coming up on them in the rearview mirror, they tend to get out of the way pretty quickly, which honestly, when I'm in a hurry or I'm late to one of my daughter's activities, that's kind of useful. I do like it in the classic kind of Toyota looking gray, a gray that I think I've seen a lot on the Siennas around town, but still looks very, very nice. From the side profile, you do get a good picture of just how long this thing is. Definitely not the longest in class, but still, I think pretty effective. Rear, it does not hide its exhaust, which I do find very, very nice. You can also get the Hybrid MAX badge back there, and you'll see that I have the Platinum Edition, which is the fully loaded Grand Highlander. I do like the taillights, and an interesting fact is I do have a digital rear view mirror, but it's not mounted to the exterior of the vehicle like sometimes we see on GM. It's actually in the interior, so if your window is slightly dirty, you can easily clean it most of the time. Again, I don't know how that's going to be in the winter, but as far as my fall testing, it's been pretty decent. In terms of trunk space, it is very, very good. No problem with the third row down or up. You have a ton of room. Again, I have a very small family of 3, so I don't really think I use it to the max, but still, I enjoy having all that space. Overall, the exterior is very nice and simple yet effective. So overall, it has been a simple and convenient week with the Toyota Grand Highlander. It's been able to handle absolutely every task I've thrown at it, including horrible weather. I obviously can't test it in the winter yet, but I'm sure that this thing can handle it with absolutely no problems. So your family's gonna be safe, and you're gonna be able to get to all of your activities no matter what the Mother Nature throws at you, and I think that is really, really good. $67,000 is a lot of money for a vehicle. Whether that's worth it or not, well, I don't have a need for a 3-row SUV, but I think the Grand Highlander has impressed me quite a bit just with its hybrid system, and it's kind of fun to drive. It's kind of fun to go fast in it because you don't expect it, and so it has impressed me that way. So, you know, if I was ever in the market, I think the Grand Highlander would be at the top of my list. I don't know if I'd want to pay $67,000 for any vehicle, but I think that the people that can afford this vehicle and that need something like this, I think they're already in the market for that. And honestly, at a certain point, need outweighs price for some, and you will be happy in this vehicle long term. It's going to save you money at the pump. It's going to save you money, hopefully, in the long term with different maintenance stuff like that, because Toyota has unmatched reliability that is still there, and I do believe that is still a factor for the 2025 Grand Highlander. And I think it's something you can take into account when you're actually making that buying decision. Of course, you don't have to get the limited, the platinum, the max. You don't have to get all that stuff, and you still get a great powertrain. But still, you know, if you really want the space and all the luxury features that Toyota can offer at this level without going to Lexus, this one is really, really impressive. And I wasn't expecting it to be that impressive. So great job done by Toyota. Would have, you know, liked to see a little bit more luxury items for the 67,000. It would make me feel like there's a lot more value here, but still what you do get is pretty decent. But of course, I want to know what you think. How do you feel about the trim, the specs? If you have any questions or anything that I missed and I didn't go over, you can ask your question in the comment, and one of us will get back to you. I will try to kind of look in the comments and see what kind of questions you guys have. If you like what you see and you want to see more cars just like this on the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next week. See you in the next car. Take care.